An oil-rig technician, a coder, a cloud computing expert, a blockchain developer, a nurse, and a number of other skilled people are actually more educated than a PhD holder in sociology, political science, anthropology, library science, philosophy, international relations, and a lot of these obsolete liberal courses that people tend to read in African and especially Nigerian universities. And I know this might annoy you. It might make you very angry, but you know, truth is bitter, but better. In the olden days, education was actually called a craft. And please fact check me. If you were educated, you were generally called a book craft. And you can actually fact check me, go and check the meaning of that word, a book craft. And then you had specializations in things like priestcraft, woodcraft, stagecraft, housecraft, and several crafts like that. And the thing is that a craft is a profession, a skill, a knowledge that you can use to independently make a living without depending on anybody. Now look at that. If you look at scripture, Apostle Paul was more successful as an evangelist than any of the other apostles because he had a skill. He was the housecraft. So he could go from one city to the other city, and then he didn't have to look for a job. He just went to the market square. As a matter of fact, I went to Ephesus in modern day Turkey and several other places where he lived. And then he just started his skill. And because of that, he was independent. So when you have a craft, it makes you independent of anybody in employing yourself. But when you go to school and you read some of these courses that I have aforementioned, you don't have a craft. You have a paper certification, you have a degree, but you don't have a craft. And you cannot independently, using that knowledge, just have an income. You need a job, and jobs in those areas are very limited. And that's why a lot of people are broke. A lot of people are disgusted because they have these degrees and they think that these degrees make them entitled to jobs. But the only job that you're entitled to is the job that you can create yourself. I'm going to give you an example. Last year, the Dangote refinery, they needed 11,000 technicians. And in a country like Nigeria with 225 million people, they could not find 100 technicians. And they had to go to India to bring in those technicians because a lot of our people. So every year, the university spaces that Nigeria has, more than 45% go to these obsolete courses. And then people graduate from these courses and they start to have a grudge against the government, against the president of the day, saying that they are unemployed, they don't have a job. But then, what is the need for you as a sociologist, as a library scientist, as an anthropologist, as a political scientist, as an international relations expert? What is the need for you in Nigeria? Where can you fit in? So that's why if you want things to change for you, don't just come on social media to attack the president, to attack the government. Get a skill. Get a skill. Get a craft. Because you are not really educated if all you have is just a paper certification that you have a degree in a course that cannot give you employment without anybody assisting you. So get a skill. Learn cloud computing, learn coding, learn blockchain, learn web designing, or go and become a nurse. And a lot of these skills you can actually learn online on sites like Udemy, Coursera, Khan Academy, and even there's a site for Harvard where you can actually get some of these certifications for free. So you can actually do that. And then even if you don't want to get it for free, maybe, sometimes there are some advanced courses, you can actually pay for those courses, $150, $200. Some of them cost as little as $300. I know it's a lot of money, but over a lifetime, if you have a skill like these skills that I've mentioned, your income is going to go up by 180% than if you just have a degree. So consider that as a way out of your current economic hardship, rather than just coming online to attack, to insult, and abuse. My name is Reno Mokri. Thank you for watching, and may God bless